Glad to see some that I haven't heard from for a while, because my theory is we have to repent and come back, right? Because we all run into roadblocks and we get stuck and we just have to start again. I think that's one thing that when we start thinking about exercise programs and stuff like that, is that we have to be perfect, and that's probably not going to be. So times in our lives that we're going to get stuck or we're going to kind of fall off the wagon. And so that we need to just start over. And I think that's going to happen all the time. And so I think it's something we need to expect and learn how to overcome as we go through. So we're going to start with prizes. Are you ready for prizes? Yes. So a lot of the prizes that we have to do with eating our fruits and vegetables. How many of you had a difficult time with eating that many fruits and vegetables? Oh, I don't know. Some days it's harder than others. Okay. So these are some tools that maybe will help you with that. So let's start with our individual points. And there was 156 points total this time. And we have 10 people who earned all their points. Pretty impressive. So, these right here, you get to choose. We have melon roller. We have little mats to cut your fruits and veggies, apple quarters and slicers, colanders to clean all of your fruits and veggies, right? And a vegetable brush. So you get to choose. So this is in no particular order. I don't know how to make the order fair. Is anybody going to whine and complain?
Same all and then tell them to run.
Same all, okay. So no one can come up until I finish. And then I'll say go when you already have finished. Okay, so that works for me. And then this will be your physical activity part. Okay, we got it. All right, so for full point winners, Kelly Dalton. Woo! Yes. Deanne Cole. Karen Nelson. Mary Jo. Cam Duran. Laurie. Julie Davis. Leslie Kitchen.
Okay, come on. Why do this for you?
Brandon Jessup and Sarah Bishop. Are you ready?
Mark.
Go. Go. I don't know what you want. Go ahead and choose. See, you're all good.
I don't know. What's one of your choices? Oh, the thermoses.
Oh, no.
I feel bad. Sorry. Now I'm last. Well, I heard you guys on down. Sorry,
I would too. So I might think
My dad.
all right, so nice job. That, you know, it's pretty tough to keep that perfect score. Have you noticed that that's pretty tough? Yeah, so nice job to these ladies. Okay, so another one that had over 150 points is Ashlyn Bishop, and she's not here tonight. But Sarah will take her prize. So she'll get something too. And these are our honorable mentions. You don't get a prize, but we're going to give you a big hand, okay? This is 140 or plus points is Breezy Carter, Rarely Air, Dallin Dahl, and JC Webb. If I missed someone or added points wrong somewhere along, please talk to me afterward, because it's a lot of points and it's on an Excel spreadsheet. It adds it for me so I don't make mistakes, but sometimes they don't always look right, so let me know if I messed up. Okay, our teams this time were pretty close. The top three were pretty close. So our third place team was Air Pressure with 139 total, and that's average. The next one was We Unfit with 147. And the winning team this time is the Fatty
8.
8. This is how much water you should be drinking. So come on. But you're going to get a ticket. And we're going to put all of those tickets in the box and we'll choose for a special prize for those who've got. If you've earned full points for 2 weeks out of the whole time, so we do 2 tickets. So you'll still get a chance to win a prize at the end. So one of your goals for the last part of this should be to at least get a perfect score once, so you'll have a chance to win one of those bigger prizes. Okay? So at the end of this 6 weeks, which is about the first week in June, we will have a lot more prizes. And if you have any great ideas that I can afford for prizes that you'd like, then let me know.
A cruise?
That I can afford. I know, so would I, and I don't even like it, so we're good. But I am on a budget, so I do my best, right? But there will be more prizes. So, are you ready for your third challenge? Are you sure? It'll be fun. It will be fun. So, we're going to talk about that first. Let's take one and pass that down. I hope I know why should I. This is our third challenge. It's a little different than what we've done in the past. We're going to stretch your abilities here.
Discovered it echoes.
Challenge, and this will go for the entire 6 weeks, is to eat a healthy breakfast. Okay? I am not going to give you strict guidelines on what a healthy breakfast is, but I think you understand that a healthy breakfast is not a Diet Coke and a donut. Not that anybody does that. So, what I want you to think about, and you'll be getting some more information about breakfasts in your email. But what I want you to think about with a healthy breakfast is to try to include at least 3 food groups. So you can have a bowl of cereal and milk, that's 2, and then add something to it, like a fruit. Or if you have an omelet, add some meat or veggies into it. So when you think of healthy breakfast, think of 3 food groups. Okay? But that is strictly up to you how you determine what a healthy breakfast is. I'm going to let you determine that on your own. But those are just some guidelines. Okay? All right, the next one. Physical activity. We have time we're going to count steps. And everybody will have a Fitbit. Okay? Some of you that were in the program last year have them already. These are Fitbits. You just wear them on, well, you can wear them wherever, but I just wear mine on my waistband. They're pretty tight. We have lost a few. Make sure they're in their little container good. The biggest problem we have with them is that we wash them because we forget to take them off at night because they are so small. But you can wear them on your shirts, you can wear them on your bras. And they count your steps. What the Fitbit does is it counts steps. It will give you distance, so like 3 miles or whatever. And then it counts calories. Okay, it counts calories. So our aim this year, you get 1 point each day if you get 7,500 steps. Okay, that's about 3 miles. Between 2,000 and 2,500 steps is a mile. So you're looking at getting at least 3 miles a day. If you get that just with your average day and you're not exercising or anything, you're still going to get that point. In order to get 2 points, and this will double your points, you need to get 10,000 steps. Okay, it's pretty tough to get 10,000 steps without working out. But if you're walking 3 miles a day, you'll probably easily get your 10,000 steps. So, the point with this, and you're going to get these tonight, and you have all the rest of this week to kind of play with it. Don't do anything different this week, and see what you were getting this week, so that when you start next week really counting steps and points, then you'll see if you've made an improvement. But it's interesting to know what you were getting originally. Because sometimes we think that we're getting a whole bunch of steps in, and we're not. And so it's good. And Fitbit just barely changed the way they count their steps and their activity. I like it better now. Because there's active minutes versus non-active minutes. In active minutes, you have to be active for 10 minutes in a row or something like that. And so you can kind of look at that, gauge how well you're doing according to that too. Okay? And those that have used their Fitbits, most people really, really like them.
I love mine.
They're pretty cool. And these are actually, they're about $50 a unit, and they are for you to keep.
Cindy?
Yes.
I don't know if any of you know it too. Somebody told me last year that if you get a Fitbit and you go into the Walgreens app and sign up with them with your Fitbit, you can get money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got actually,
Nice.
yeah, cash.
So how do you?
It's easy. Just go to the Walgreens app and it'll.
Yeah. And what we'll do tonight, we'll try and get you set up on that if you have your electronic device. If not, you can do it at home. And it's not that big of a deal. You set up an account. Okay? So that's the way the physical activity is going to work, and that's going to run through the 6 weeks. The next one is to do 10 push-ups. Remember when we did our assessments at the first, push-ups are always a struggle for everybody. So you're going to try and do 10. That doesn't mean you have to do 10 in a row. You can do 2, back to do 2. If you have problems, shoulder problems, or anything like that, you can do wall push-ups. Okay, do what fits your fitness level. But what we're trying to do on that is just 10 push-ups a day. That's going to really stuff so that we can improve in that area. Okay, so the next one changes weekly. This is just to give you a variety of habits to work on. So the first one is that you wear your seatbelt every time you're in a vehicle. You cannot ride in a vehicle anywhere without your seatbelt during the day. If you do, you don't get the point. So every time you get in, you put your seatbelt on. That's just for the first week. The second week is you need to record 2 things you are grateful for each day. That doesn't mean you can wait until the end of the week and record 12 things. And you actually have to write it down someplace or type it in your phone. Record it somewhere. Okay? The next one is to floss your teeth every day. The hope is that once you start these, you won't do it for just 1 week, but you'll continue to add to it. The next one is to do one act of service each day. This is something that you don't do on a regular basis, something you're going to go out of your way to do. Something extra. The next one is no fast food, including soda, for the entire week. That was a tough one. The Subway count. Okay, so just like with the breakfast that I'm going to let you decide and determine, because I'm not going to tell you everything. This is your health, not mine, right? So you get to determine what fast food is. Obviously, McDonald's, Wendy's, those kinds of places are fast food. Subway, I'm going to leave up to you. Depends on what your habits, right? To a certain extent. So I'm going to leave that up to you. No soda, no fast food for the entire week. The last one, and this is a new challenge, and this might be a struggle. We're going to try it. We're going to see how good we are. And let me tell you why I put this one in. This is limit screen time to 2 hours per day. The recent studies coming out have linked obesity to the amount of screen time. Not just in kids, but in adults. And I'm going to give you more information on that as we get a little
That
bit.
doesn't count for work, correct?
But that doesn't count. Now, that's your normal job, because many of you are on the computer working. That's fine. Screen time, we're going to talk about sitting and watching TV and checking your Facebook page and sitting there at night or whatever when you're not actually working. So we're limiting our screen time. And we have 6 weeks to worry on this, so we're good to listen to this. Okay? Questions so far with any of this? No, we're good? Okay. The last challenge. The last challenge says, challenge of choice. Okay? This challenge will go for the entire 6 weeks. You get to choose what's going to help you. This is your chance to individualize the program.
So you can't change it each week?
No, it's going to stay the same the whole 6 weeks. So choose something that you really want to work on. If you still can't drink your 64 ounces of water and you think that's important, go back and choose 64 ounces of water. If you want to do something on the mental health side, and still meditate or spend time with your children for so many minutes a day. It has to be something you can do every day. No yelling at your kids. Whatever it is that's going to help you the most. Okay, so this is going to take some thought. And one of the things I really want you to think about when we set goals, if we set them too easy, we're not motivated at all to do it. If we set them too hard, then we give up. So a little bit of a guideline for the goal is to make it a challenge, but something that's realistic for you. But really start to think. You've got a whole week to decide what you want to do. Next Monday, I'll be sending out an email, and you won't be reporting scores, but you're going to click on the link, and you're going to tell me what goal you're going to work on. Okay? Do you have questions about that? Does that make sense? So see, this is your chance to really work on something that you are interested in. Okay? Same thing applies with these. If you send in your scores on Mondays, you're eligible for a rebate. Watch for your emails, you're still going to get those. And then we're going to report our scores the same way. Okay? So is that good? Everyone's good with that? Okay, so Sarah's going to talk to you in just a minute about how to add more steps just in your everyday activity.